Hi guys, I'm popping in here today to talk about SEO and the fact that I'm not really using it very much. And I may sound all of the horrible things like sexist, ageist, racist, and chronic illnessist. I am getting constant emails from young men from overseas. That sounds wrong, but they're trying to push their services, which is fine. They start to follow me and then they drop off as soon as their email doesn't get a response. The thing is, a couple of things. One, I don't think they realise that I'm getting a couple of these a day. So good on them for trying. Perhaps don't follow me in the first place, or people that are outside your demographic. And I know that's about the demographic. I think a lot of the SEO people are doing stuff are probably using AI and a whole heap of advanced programs. The reality is I'm not in a position right now to create things that are worthy of the SEO. So I just want to put the content out there. I'm going to go slow. There's a lot of life stuff happening in life. I'm in my late 60s. It's hard for someone of my era to understand how all those words, a young brown man from another country would relate enough to understand the SEO. And I know it's algorithm driven, so you don't have to come at me back with that. But I also don't think that they will understand my financial situation, my health situation that's gone downhill in the last few months, and it will get better, but it's not right now. My time limits. And I've come across help before where people just say, oh, you just do this or do that. That's very nice. But if my capacity isn't there, it isn't there. And if somebody else doesn't have the capacity to follow your instructions or to do what you suggest, sometimes it's just like, let me debrief a bit and I'll plod along at my slow pace. So it is difficult. I probably should be emailing them back quickly, but I'm not sure how to put that in the right words in an email so that I'm encouraging but not rude. But I'm also discouraging them for perhaps chasing me for that work and that money associated with that. Yeah, it's a hard one. It's not something I'd thought about ever having to deal with. Is this just having a disconnect, and probably it is my age and my lack of understanding of all the computer stuff. I understand some of it, but not all of it. And at this point in time, I don't need to understand it all, and I don't need to be pushing a business at this stage. Will it happen? Yes, it will happen this year. How will that happen? I'm not sure. Still working on it. And I know there'll be people that say, go out and do it, go out and promote a product and then create the product. My brain doesn't quite work that way. Is that an excuse? Well, I can afford the so-called excuse or reason at the moment, not necessarily financially, but just in life without that added pressure. So thank you for all the offers that come in on the emails. I'm sure you're lovely young men and that you would help me if I was in a position to want to be helped in that way right now, but I'm not. So I'll perhaps catch you on the flip side. Thank you.